Donald Trump's invasion of Venezuela and his overthrow of the Venezuelan government has served two main purposes. The first, most obvious, is that it was a clever distraction, I guess. From the Epstein files, it allowed Trump to blow past that Epstein deadline on Saturday, where the DOJ was supposed to explain every single redaction they made in the documents. But the other part of it is that Trump wanted the oil, and American oil companies wanted the oil. That is not a secret either. This administration has been very, very, very vocal about that. American oil companies are already lining up. In fact, Energy Secretary Chris Wright is meeting with them this weekend to talk about how they get to go into Venezuela now. They're mapping out their plans, just as I predicted would happen, because it's the same thing that happened with Iraq. So the Energy Secretary is meeting with these companies, talking about how they're going to go about this. And these companies understand they're going to make a lot of profit because Venezuela has the largest proven oil reserves on the planet. But here's the catch. Their infrastructure sucks. So not only do these companies have to bring in all their equipment, construct it there, hire all these new people, they also have to fix up the infrastructure before they can get those profits flowing. And they will make all their money back like that once the oil starts flowing. But don't worry, because Donald Trump actually came out this week and said that, yes, these oil companies are going to pay these upfront costs, but we, the American taxpayer, we're going to give them that money back. Even though, as I just said, they will make all that money back probably within days of that oil flowing, but we don't want them to have any upfront costs. We don't want them to have to experience what every other business on the planet experiences, which is the cost of doing business. They shouldn't have to invest their own money in something that's going to make them massive profits. So Trump actually came out this week and said this: a tremendous amount of money will have to be spent, and the oil companies will spend it, and then they'll get reimbursed by us. And then they'll get reimbursed by us. And again, us, the federal government, actually means United States taxpayers. So that infrastructure in Venezuela, in a foreign country, to pull out the oil for the sole profit of these companies, we're going to pay for that. My tax dollars will go to that. Your tax dollars will go to that. Meanwhile, inflation is running rampant here in the United States. We can't afford health care. We can't afford college. We can't afford benefits for the needy. But we can damn sure afford to waste our tax dollars rebuilding oil infrastructure in a country we shouldn't even be in. But maybe you're thinking to yourself, well, Farron, we're going to get cheaper gas. Okay, so, that's the plus side. No, we're not. No, we are not. I don't know if y'all know this. I spent over a decade as an environmental writer. As one of the many part-time jobs I had for many years. And during that time, through the research I had to do on a daily basis, I learned a lot about the fossil fuel extraction process. Oil does not immediately go from underground to your car's gas tank. No. Typically, there's years and years and years in between those steps. So that's just typical. That's if we have the infrastructure in place and we start pumping that new well today. Typically, it's about 2 years before it's on market. When we're talking about a country where the entire infrastructure has to be rebuilt first, folks, it'll be 7 to 10 years before any of that new Venezuelan oil from American oil companies makes it to your gas tank. And by then, inflation, regular cost of doing business, whatever else happens in the industry, your gas will not be cheaper than it is right now. Ever. Ever. It's simply not going to happen. So all of you right-wing MAGA morons out there thinking, we're going to get cheaper gas. Maybe in 7 to 10 years. But this year, no. Next year, not happening. Year after that, definitely not. You will, however, watch as Americans continue to struggle as we watch our tax dollars go to the oil companies so they can make even more profits. Thanks for watching, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and do not forget to like and comment and share widely among your friends.